Hey guys, Lucas Sacco here. I just topped the Lubbock Regional. I played the same deck that I played for playoffs. I know I've had a lot of you guys message me asking for the deck list, so showing that off here. Just get straight into the profile, to be honest. Starting off, for the main deck, we played 41 cards, 3 Samsara D Lotus, 3 Throne, 1 Terraforming, 1 for 1. This is your starters for the Yubel engine. You have other starters as well, but these are like your premium starters. These are the ones you really want to draw. As well, going with the Yubel engine, 2 Spirit, 1 Yubel, 1 Terra Incarnate, and then the best extender in the game is 2 Gruesome Grave Squirmer and the 1 Pain. You can optionally cut these cards down to 1 if you're willing to do so, but these cards really help you play through hand traps. That's why when you're going first, you have a much higher win rate. So this deck's not super die roll dependent because it can definitely win games going second, depending on your non-engine and things like that. But having the most ability to play through hand traps in this format, I think is very important. For the Fiendsmith cards, 3 Engravers, a Tract, and a Lurry. Nothing surprising there. And then for the Beckoning Beasts, 2 Beckoning Beasts, 1 Chaos Summoning Beast, and then 3 openings. This is like a very standard ratio now. This is better than this. You want to start with this card at the first action of your turn because of Droll. This card's mandatory, so if you do get Droll, you can't activate this at all. And just having the ability to like have the Reborn through Droll is really important. This card also gives you like better combo lines through hand traps, makes your like bad starters like just as good as premium starters if you're able to open this. And then I did play the 1 Travara. I main decked the Chamber. This is just overall better for the combo because we are trying to hide away our monsters as much as possible. We want to not lose to sort of like main deck board breakers, because if we're able to resolve our combo fully uninterrupted, we just want to make sure that we have as much as possible to play with. For the non-engine, I only got to play 13 non-engine just because of how the deck's built. But we started with 1 Change of Heart, 1 Mind Control, and 1 Snatch Steal. The reason that we played 1-1-1 is because this is the worst out of the 3. The reason that this is the worst is because you can't tribute the monster that you take with it. So specifically in the mirror match, if you go like Mind Control and their Phantom of Yubel, you can't activate the effect just because you can't tribute it for cost. So that was one thing that we were really worried about with playing this card. So like these 2 are definitely the better ones out of the 3. And obviously Change of Heart's the best. If Change of Heart was at 3, you just play 3 of it. This idea was brought by Logan Johnson, who were originally playing Dark Ruler, but we switched to the take cards just because they have the same impact going second, except we can also kill them. And then for the rest of the non-engine, 3 talents, more take cards, as well as this lets you look at your opponent's hand. Once you start to play the game a little bit, this card was absolutely phenomenal. This is the card that lets you play through all the hand traps in the world. And then 3 droplets, 3 Imperm, and Rivalry. Imperm is a little out of place here because it's like considered low impact. But the reason that we really liked Imperm was for the Snake Eye matchup. Being able to either Imperm their Princess or Imperm their Flameburge fully turns off their access to having Flameburge again, or having like Flameburge to place IP. And if cutting that off, their board is just really weak. Desiree and Appaloosa is just not enough to stop this deck, especially when they're at a threat of dying every second. So that's it for the main deck, 41 cards. For the side deck, I have the best card in the game, 3 Dogwood. Sorry, Pack. This card is absolutely insane in this format. In this format, it's really die roll dependent from what we've tested, and you really needed a way to win the game for game 3 if you lost the die roll, or you lost game 1, for instance, and Dogwood was the best way to do that. Even if you're closing in on time and there's like 18 minutes left as you're going into the game, Dogwood pressures them to like hurry their turn up. They might not full combo. If they do full combo you can relax a little bit because you don't have to fully break their board. You just have to set up a board to where they're going to live through the next turn, because you're going to have multiple turns to like try to crack their board. So this card is absolutely insane, especially because the games take forever in the current format. Then we played 3 Chumy and 3 Fantasma. This is your generic side into Snake Eye and the mirror match, as well as they do help synergize with Dogwood. I think the math was 46%. That was the odds to open Dogwood with playing the Fantasma and the Chumy. So like having a really high chance like that to just automatically win the game is really important. That's why we end up playing these cards. For our go first side, I did side 3 Ash Blossom. This is what we decided was the most versatile for like a go first card, because it can be used for other matchups as well, right? Against Tempai, this is one of our sides. And it's just like what you take out the hard going second cards like Mind Control, Change of Heart, that's what you take them out for, is the Ash Blossoms. There's also the Call By. This is part of the side pattern. Against Snake Eye, you put in like these 3. You don't put in the other Ash Blossom. But I really been liking this as like a go first side pattern because it also gives you coverage. And then 2 Cosmic Cyclones is the last card for the side deck. This just covers your other matchups. It covers the go first for the mirror match because you're having to side out more cards. This also covers the like runic decks and Tempai. And then for the extra deck, I played a little bit of a different extra deck compared to like a standard list. I started off with 3 Phantom of Yubel. This card is insane. It shouldn't have been printed like this. This card is broken. You should max on this card without a question. And because we're maxing on this card, it does change how we built the extra deck. But we still do play like very standard stuff like the Fiendsmiths. Full package, you do play Desiree in this build, as well as the Muckracker. I've seen some people like starting to cut on these 2 to fit the like Aerial Eater and to fit in the Necro Clip. I don't really think those cards are necessary for the format because if you do go for like an Aerial Eater play, it's almost impossible to end with the Desiree, and this is by far like the best card in your extra deck. Then you have SP. This is here for the Unchained package. And then for the XCs, you have Caesar, Varudris, and Beatrice. We figured that this is just better than the Aerial Eater because you do have the 2 bodies anyways. You have to fusion it either into Lacrimosa or the Aerial Eater, and it's going to cost you the same amount of resources to do both, except the Beatrice is going to not hinder you from having Light Fiend bodies to like link and fusion with. So that's it for the deck profile. As far as shout out to the new sponsor, Metro Gaming, absolutely the GOATs. Johnny Perkins is the GOAT. Then shout out to my testing group, Moki Meta. Shout out to Troy Yamaguchi. Shout out to Gru. And then shout out to Nate Clifford, Cliff Doggy Dog. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a great day.